I am talking with Marilyn Pagan. She is the director of Good News Community Kitchen. And I had the honor one time of being up there for one of the events where you had politicians and semi-notables helping in the kitchen. And I got to say, I was very, very impressed with your operation.
Thank you.
You just said that it's not a soup kitchen, but it is a
anti-hunger organization.
So let's talk about that. Tell us about your particular operation, and then we'll go on and see what we can glean from your knowledge about food and hunger and anti-hunger movement here in the city and beyond.
Well, the Good News Community Kitchen has been around since 1983, and it did start as a soup kitchen.
You weren't even born then, were you?
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. That's why I love you, Michael. And it started as a mission of the Good News Community Church. And after 20 years, it became obvious that we needed to become our own, excuse me.
Get this woman some water.
We needed to become our own nonprofit organization so that we can begin to work on issues that also address hunger and poverty, not simply respond to it. And so the board came together around a strategic plan, and we were clear that we wanted to put ourselves out of business. We didn't want to be another nonprofit in the North of Howard perpetuating its own existence. If you know the North of Howard community, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of need, but there's also sort of a sense of hopelessness in the community that I've sensed, even as a minister there. And so we developed Northside Power. This is, we're going into our 6th year organizing. We've got a wonderful, very experienced organizer on staff. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah, bringing us the water. A water hauler.
And so what we're doing is, you know, we're going to continue to feed people, Michael, while there's a need. We're not going to be, you know, brutal and just stop doing that, because there is a need, definitely. We had a 30% increase this year in folks coming to eat. But we also understand that we really need to begin to get at the guts of this. Why, you know, in the United States, why in Chicago, Illinois, one of the largest states in the country? Yeah, well, I said Chicago, Illinois, so yeah.
You're right.
In the country, in the country, why are people hungry? You know, what's going on here? Why the same faces day after day? What needs to happen to make sure that we're changing people's lives? And so we're doing community organizing. Right now, the issue is affordable housing, and that came through a democratic process. The people voted on it. There was a two-prong approach. We were dealing with this rift that we just talked about, and also recently we had a win at Cook County where we got $3.5 million put into the budget for mortgage foreclosure diversion because of the mortgage foreclosure issue. We do this work in the community, grassroots, but we also do it in partnership with the North Shore communities that participate, most of them participate in the feeding program. So we're also trying to work with the people who really care about hunger and getting them to understand that we have to do more than just feed people.
You know, when I was up at your kitchen, at the Good News Community Kitchen, I was just impressed with the quality of the meal. I mean, there were literally 100 people waiting to eat, and you made them sit through a program first. I couldn't believe it.
I did not make them sit through a program.
It was a good program.
It was in their self-interest.
They all listened very, you know, attentively, and then as soon as that was over, everyone hit the kitchen for a great meal. And you had some guest chefs that night, but I understand you do have a regular head chef up there.
We do, we do.
And it's a full, you know, it's a great kitchen. It's like, it's bigger than the Heartland kitchen, which is not saying much. We're like, you know, on a train the whole days, or in a galley in a boat back here. But it had great equipment, and it was very well organized. Where do you get the food from for that kitchen?
The majority of the food comes from our partner organizations. We're set up where we really do this work in partnership. We were founded in partnership between several congregations. And so what happens is, for example, on the first Monday, we'll have a congregation that comes in, and every first Monday, it's their day. And depending on the ability of the partners, some bring the entire meal, some bring a portion of the meal, some drop off the money, and we buy the food. It really just depends on the arrangement that we have with the partner. But the majority of the food does come from our partner organizations, and a lot of times they'll cook it at their site and then bring it to us, and we have to bring it up to temperature and that kind of thing, or we already know that we need to be preparing the salad and all the sides and that kind of thing. And so it is a very good meal. I mean, they get an entree, they get the side, they get a salad, a vegetable, fresh fruit, milk, coffee, juice, and dessert. It is really a wonderful meal.
Well, you know, one of the things that's going on in the neighborhood, I'm sure you're well aware of it, is there's some serious talks about having a farmer's market here on Glenwood Avenue. And, you know, it would seem to me that that might be a source for some of the food, either a good price. I'm always amazed that you haven't hit me up for more food, because, you know, there's food that we, you know, I wish we had more customers sometimes and used every little bit of it, but there's some good meals that I'm making a commitment here that we would like to help you more on the food front.
Wonderful.
So there.
You all heard that. We got a new partner coming up now. Well,
that'll be good. When's the last time your kitchen was inspected by the city? Have you ever had that experience?
We have it almost every year, and it's difficult. It's difficult.
Yeah, they've gotten, I got to say, you know, they've gotten better and better over the years of really looking at things and educating people. I think that they historically have made a big mistake sometimes, given the nature of small businesses and the difficulty some people have of actually closing them up. You know, and that's happened to us. It's happened to many other people. I mean, they close roughly one restaurant a day. But I think that I have to say that the health department has, having dealt with them for 33 years, has really developed and grown, and it is a positive thing, I would say.
Yeah, and when I say it's difficult, it hasn't been the relationship with them. It's just the fact that we rent space, and it's a building that's in need of a lot of repair, and we do the best we can to keep everything together. And the kitchen is a wonderful kitchen that you know, our board members helped to set up, and it was one of our board members used to run Printers Row, and so he you know, really helped us put that kitchen together very nicely. But then, you know, then we have to kind of deal with all the issues, you know, that the health inspector is going to deal with. But all of our staff that deals with that's in the kitchen are food license managers. You know, actually I used to be one too, but now that I'm not over there anymore, I don't have to.
I got 100 on that test one time. I bet I could never do it again. But
I won't tell you what I got on it the last time, so thank God I'm not the one responsible for that. But the director of operations, the head chef, and everyone else has their license. And we do our best to keep the place, you know, like you said when you came in there, it's well run, it's clean. The staff does a great job, and our partnership with the church is very good in terms of
where
trying
are most
to keep
of the people
space
from?
up.
They're from the neighborhood.
You know, Michael, we did a census, not a census, I got census on the brain. We did a survey one year, and about, I want to say 25 to 30% come from the immediate community, but then we get folks from Uptown, we get folks from Evanston, Skokie, and we get folks from as far south as Blue Island. Because the L stop there and the bus depot there, we get folks from all over the place.